Hi everybody, it's Thursday again, 6 o'clock, and I'm here just a little bit after 6, hoping to see a bunch of you join. It's been a crazy few days, and lovely to see you all here, hoping to see many of you join. Welcome to all of you. Just hope that you're all safe, staying well at home. Hope everything is going really well. It's been a really tough week. There's been a lot of negative, difficult things happening, not just in our country, but all over the world. So I hope we're all managing to stay positive. I hope we're managing to connect with our loved ones, tell them how important they are to us. And I hope your love life is going well as well. So I got a couple of very special guests joining me today. And I'm going to introduce one of them just now. She's very pretty, lovely. All her friends tell me she's a little bit of a crazy fun girl. I need to get to know her better, but this will be fun. But usse pehle, actually, let me just see. There's so many things. Thank you for all of these that come in. And I'm going to ask my guests a lot of these questions on the show today. But actually, you know what? Let's just connect with one of our guests right now, since she is here already. And then we will ask her to help us with these. So coming on now, she's very pretty, lovely, an actor, and she's very kindly agreed to join us today on Love Lockdown. Please welcome Amyra Dastur.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. It's sunny. There's sun today. I'm so happy.
I know this morning was not so sunny over here. It looked like the cyclone
No,
was going to happen this morning here in Bandra, but it is much better now, and you look like sunshine. How are you?
thank you. So you look lovely as well. I'm so happy that we can finally see something nice outside today instead of just gray that's been going on for the last 3 days.
I know. Well, how have you been coping through this lockdown? Have you managed to stay positive and get through it?
As positive as can be, I shifted back in with mom and dad just for this lockdown. So yeah, I have no privacy. I feel like I'm back in high school. So it's great. It's really great. Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
I guess it's better than being alone right now.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think I would go insane on my own at this point, and I'm just really grateful that my family is actually here in Mumbai, because a
Yeah.
lot of my friends, their families are in Delhi, in Assam, and I mean it's that's really tough.
Yeah, it is tough. I'm really grateful I'm locked down with my mom too. But like you said, you usually don't stay at home, and I generally do live at home. So, yeah, so I'm guessing that you managed to do this because you're single or the loved one is far away. Which one is it?
I'm absolutely single. I'm very
It
happily
sucks,
single.
right? Single and
No,
a
but
loved one.
I'm so happy because I heard like a lot of couples are actually breaking up right now because of the lockdown. So so I'm glad that I'm single at this point in time, to be honest. Just,
Actually, I have heard that a lot of couples who are stuck together are breaking up because
yeah.
they're just in each other's face 24/7 and they're not used to it,
Oh
which is
my
kind of
God.
crazy.
Absolutely. No, but to be honest, like stuck with someone 24/7 is dicey, I would
It's
say.
challenging.
It's challenging. It is challenging.
Have you ever been stuck with somebody 24/7?
So I was a boarding school kid. So I know what it's like to have roommates. And my brother and I, when we were growing up, we actually shared a room because our parents couldn't afford a bigger apartment. So then finally they bought the other flat in time. This is actually my brother's room that I'm in right now because he's got the best
Okay.
Wi-Fi. But yeah, I know what it's like to live with people, and that's why I choose to live alone. I'm good.
I love that. Well, I mean, we did start on a negative thing about how couples are breaking up, but this is so we get a lot of letters on Love Lockdown, a lot of
Really.
notes, people sending in questions and stuff like that. And I hope people who are watching this right now send us some as well. It's always nice to get a bit of a curveball live. But anyway, this is kind of cute. This is a whole lot of people are sharing bad news during lockdown, but I just wanted to share with you my story. I was going through a miserable time with my relationship with my girlfriend before the lockdown. We would have constant fights, but I feel the lockdown has got me close to her and given me a new, fresh perspective on our bonding. I'm able to see things from her point of view. Just thought I'd share this little story with you. That's nice. That's hopeful.
That's so important. I think that I loved what he wrote at the end when he said, I'm actually seeing things from her point of view. I think
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Yeah. I think that's so important in a relationship, and sometimes we don't do that.
No, I think nowadays, especially in this generation, there's more physical attraction than emotional. And then when it comes to being emotional, I think a lot of people are very scared
Yeah.
and they don't really know how to behave. And yeah, so actually learning about somebody and understanding someone's nature, it's beautiful.
And I think that's what people in long distance are having to do right now. Like they're having to connect and actually get to know each other, which is something they might have
Yeah.
avoided in the past.
Absolutely, I'm sure, because I mean, with social media now, I remember somebody would message me on WhatsApp, then I'd have to reply on Instagram, and then there would be a Twitter DM, and it's just
It's
it's
all
just
crazy.
like
Have
wow.
you ever been in a long distance relationship?
No,
I don't.
nope.
I don't mean town and Bandra, Amyra. I mean actually long distance.
I feel like that's something Tanuj would actually say no. But I have done Juhu in town when I was in school, and that was the longest distance relationship I ever was a part of.
Oh, really?
Listen, it was before the sea link. I just want
Okay,
to
before the yeah,
Boy, I
that's
want to be
really
clear.
tough. It was
Yeah,
torturous. I want to tell you. I feel you. I feel you. I mean, it's might as well be in a different city. So tell me,
exactly.
what advice would you give couples right now who can't be together? Like how to keep things together? Like there's so many people who always ask me this kind of stuff. Like it's so difficult for me to connect with my other half, and like what advice would you give if we're not together?
Honestly, I would say just give the other person some space. I believe that's the most important thing, especially now when you're stuck together
No, no, I'm
24/7.
talking about couples that are
Oh,
apart.
oh, couples that are in long distance relationships
Yeah, or couples that are in the same city and can't be together.
can't
Like,
meet
what
each other.
advice? Yeah,
See, honestly, at the end of the day, the lockdown is going to lift eventually. So you do know that that is there, and you have to keep that in mind because I feel like knowing that it'll sort of calm you down. But yeah, I'm actually thinking I can't imagine knowing that my loved one is right there and I can't even go across to meet them.
yeah, it's tough.
So you just have to like be patient. I mean, now we've got technology, so use it.
This is my little puppy who's decided to destroy everything around here.
Oh.
That's who I'm locked down with, idea. I think another thing is a lot of people are getting into online dating. Is that something you've ever tried?
No, and I actually wanted to, but I can't because all my friends would be like, but your profile will get taken off because people will think you're like sort of like,
An imposter.
pretend. Yeah. And then they're like, no, 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 don't do it because then what if it's like some random creepy person? So I was just like, oh, damn, okay, fine. But I genuinely think that online dating is a very, very big achievement. And I think it's really brave to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And I'm totally for it. Honestly, if I could do it, I would.
Have you had any friends who've tried it and any like
I
stories that they've
have.
told?
I
So
have.
yeah, so like any experiences, like a lot of girls write to me asking like, what's a good way to be safe, like while online dating, right? So if you've had any friends who've had any experiences or just words of advice.
Well, all of us have like that one girls group on WhatsApp. So whenever one of them actually says, "Oh, look at this one's profile," all of us just stalk him. Like we can stalk him to death. It's not even funny.
Really?
So yeah, yeah, because I mean that's the best way to be safe. Ultimately, like you see the guy's name, stalk him on Instagram, stalk him on Facebook, stalk him everywhere, and then you'll know.
So you're a
I
resident
would.
stalker.
I listen. I have a fake Insta ID, and I stalk everyone. I'm not even ashamed of it. People who say they don't are lying.
I actually don't have a fake profile, and now I feel
So
like
we
I
don't
need to
lie.
get one to.
Do
I'm
you
not.
stalk people from your friend's ID then?
No,
Because
I
I do
stalk it
it.
from my own. Is that terrible? I think
No,
I need to
you
get another one.
can't. But then your name pops up on their story. Like I don't want you to know I'm stalking you. You know.
Yeah, clearly. Okay, hang on. Tanoj has joined us. That's our common best friend for everybody who's watching.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. So basically, so you're telling me I need to create a fake profile so that I can stalk
Absolutely.
boys that I find cute.
Not just boys, but even the girls. Like if somebody's rubbed you the wrong way and all, don't you want to know?
Ah! Okay, I need to become a lot cooler with all of this. I shall be
It's
creating a
so
fake
much
profile.
fun.
Is it so
Listen,
much fun?
you get creative during this lockdown. I'm telling you, once you do it, you will never stop. But listen, if you're having a drink, make sure you are on your real profile because things can go really bad if you're on your fake one. I'm just saying.
This
Like I'm
is a
telling
story that we are definitely going to have to talk about when we meet. I think there's more to that than meets the eye. Okay, tell me something. A lot of guys are always asking, like, what's the best way to approach a girl nowadays? And I'm not talking about just online or because of this lockdown. Generally, like, what is the best way for a guy to approach a girl? Because a lot of them just don't know how to do it.
I know, Sophie, I agree with you there. I really do, because sometimes, and I get it, and I understand that from a guy's point of view, it is really scary because, yeah, I mean, you guys are going to be faced with rejection and, like, creepy faces from us, like the stink eye and all of that. But I'm not too sure about the right way, but the worst way is to use a pickup line. And like, it just, the minute you try, it just puts me off. Like, I pretend like I don't even know Hindi or English. Honestly, I'm just like, ¿Qué pasa? Oh, no, I don't understand. Sorry.
Done
Yeah.
that. Definitely
So,
done.
yeah. You can't. Yeah. No comprende. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for guys who are watching this, the best way to approach a girl is, I feel like there's going to be a thunderstorm here, but no. The best way to approach a girl is actually to not try so hard and to be a bit more real, right? I think
Yeah,
just be a bit
say
more
hi.
real. Yeah, just say hi for a start.
Just say hi. Start with hi. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, start with hi,
Yeah.
and if you've got some interesting conversation to make, great, and if you don't, then move on.
Yeah.
I think
and
is
don't
the
ever
best
be like,
way.
do we know each other? Because we don't. If you have to ask, we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Like, we don't.
Yeah, if I knew you, I would remember you.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if I don't remember you, then there's a problem.
I hope that all the boys by now realize that women do not forget anything.
Ever.
Ever. So the thing is, if yeah, there's no way we would not remember you. It just does not happen. Very cool. I love it. Okay, so before you go, thank you so much for giving us your time. What's coming up next after this lockdown? What you've been working on?
Well, I'm actually doing Dogri to Dubai with Amazon. So that was
amazing.
halted. Yeah, that's gonna be really fun. Like,
It's a brilliant book. It's gonna be an amazing show.
It is. I'm so excited about it. And so that's happening. Then Tandav is coming out, which is my other show with Amazon, and a film series called Koi Jaane Na. So we've got a lot of work.
A lot of work. Well, good. As soon as lockdown is lifted, we hope you're very busy. And one message to everybody who's watching about love, relationships, and lockdown. Something you want to tell them all.
I know this is something you guys may not want to hear, but if you've got to try really, really hard, then trust me, it's not for you. What's meant to be yours will always be yours.
That's so true. That's great words of advice. Thank you so much, my darling. Stay well, stay safe.
You too.
Thank you for joining us on Love Lockdown. And hopefully next time we meet, we won't be single.
Yes.
Yeah, I might ask you about this fake profile business.
We'll do it. Bye, Sophie. Thank you.
See you. Well, guys, that was the gorgeous Amyra Dastur. Thank you so much for joining us, Amyra, and for giving us those words of advice. I have lots more interesting things over here, which I would love to connect with you on, everybody, and get some advice. But hang on, let's ask this one. Okay. Hi, Sophie. I'm writing to you from London, your favorite city. I know you have a special connection to the city. I'm in a long distance with my boyfriend in Mumbai, and now the lockdown has made it impossible for us to meet. I know you've been asked this before, but can you suggest me some tricks and things to do to keep our relationship and our spark alive? I feel like we're losing interest in each other, or is it just my thoughts? Yeah, well, when you're far apart and you can't be together, that's always a risk, isn't it? Of how to keep the relationship alive. I think it's like Amyra said, we know that this lockdown will lift eventually. It's really hard when you're in different countries, and it's 10 times harder. But we're so lucky to have things like face each other and stay connected, so use it. Please use it. Message each other cute things, write each other cute things. You all have to get on with your lives and what's going on when you're in separate countries, but you've got to find ways to stay connected. Maybe cook a meal together or plan to eat together or anything like that. But you just have to find those little ways to somehow stay connected. It's really easy to lose interest when you're far apart. It's harder to keep it going, but if you really love that person, if you really want to keep it going, you will make that effort. And I think relationships cannot be effortless. You have to make a little bit of an effort to keep things going. If they're too difficult, that doesn't work, but you've got to keep an effort going to keep the spark alive, to keep the interest alive. and to make each other feel special, because at a time like this, everyone needs that. Okay, my next guest is hopefully joining us. I think he should be here. I'm going to check. Give me a second, guys. He's here. Very popular. You know, I absolutely remember him with this guy with the most gorgeous voice. He was on Indian Idol, but he's going on to become a massive face on television. Very charming. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Amit Tandon. Hi.
Hi, Sophie. How are you doing?
You?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
Very well. It's so lovely to see you.
Same here. Same here. We have a history together. Not together, but we've worked in similar fields for a while.
We did.
And we've
we
crossed
were both
paths.
VJs, right?
Right. Yes, exactly.
लेकिन हमारा 36 का आंकड़ा था क्योंकि हम अलग-अलग चैनल पे थे, मुझे लगता है.
मुझे बताया गया था. मुझे बताया गया था. I remember this very carefully. Yeah. Something like that. Something along those lines. And I remember they were always like, initially when I had first joined, they had mentioned to me, they said, listen, unse hum baat nahi karte. I'm like, what's the big deal? They're like, no,
in public, it's like,
Yeah.
It never
Exactly.
happened.
How
हम
you
सब
doing?
दोस्त थे, हम सब एक दूसरे से मिलते थे. हमारी इतनी मुलाकात नहीं हुई, but it's lovely to see you here.
Right. Same
How are
here.
you
Same
staying?
here.
How's the lockdown going? How are you? Looks like you're staying fit.
It is. Well, I'm trying. I'm definitely eating a lot. That's one of my, I guess, positive or negative traits. But हाँ खा रहा हूँ, exercise भी कर रहा हूँ, खा रहा हूँ, exercise. So right now the body is kind of like in a wash because I don't think my body's understanding what's going on. He's eating much more than normal. He's not exercising as much as he usually does. So I think my body's just kind of going with the flow. But I would say it's tough. It's also tough because I've been disconnected with my family for a while now. My family's in New York. And although we're connected a lot more through Zoom and what is this house party app and stuff like that, but I've been wanting to travel there, but it's been difficult because of the lockdown and all of the international
When was
flights
the
being
last time you saw your
closed.
family?
एक साल हो गया यार.
Yeah.
Yeah, early last year. Early last year had gone. I got busy with a lot of my music releases, and usually we plan out for the summertime. We always pick like one destination. दुनिया में एक destination चुनते हैं because I have cousins in London and then all over the US and in Canada. So we all pick one spot और हम कहते हैं चलो सब मिलके उधर जाएंगे और सब we'll have our summer vacation. So initially it was Italy, which didn't work out too well because Italy had a lot of issues. But I think I'll probably just do New York and maybe Florida this time. But
Well,
right
I
now
hope
it's terrible.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
mean,
it's horrible right
my
now.
cousin lives in Florida. Florida's terrible. New York is terrible. Everything is terrible right now. And I think the only safe place to be
Even
right now
more.
is, right now the only place to be is home. Who are you locked down with? Pehle ye batao.
I am in lockdown with my lovely wife, Ruby, Dr. Ruby Tandon. I'm with her. And my gorgeous daughter, Gianna. My little Shih Tzu, Cookie, and my music. And I
She's
guess,
right here.
oh yeah, wait, let me call her. She'll come.
My one will give
Cookie!
me attitude. वो कभी नहीं आएगी. But
नहीं, वो हमेशा आती है. Come here, darling. Come here. इधर आओ, miss. I think you're already famous, but come here. Here she is. Hello.
oh my
Cookie,
goodness,
look.
hello, Tia.
Yes.
Tia does not want to come. Tia's giving me attitude.
Yeah,
Tia,
I think
come.
she
It's not
comes to me.
happening.
She comes to me thinking that look, she's looking at me thinking she's gonna get a snack. Not yet. After. इतना भी selfish
And
मत
you're
हो
like,
जाओ.
you're not gonna get a snack. You're like, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
not
get a
really.
snack. You are a snack.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Don't do
listen,
that.
it must
Don't
be
do
so
that.
nice to be locked down at least
Yeah.
with wife and daughter. कभी आप लोगों ने इतना वक्त एक साथ गुजारा है इतने सालों में?
नहीं, कभी भी नहीं. And I think हमें महसूस हो रहा है कि इतना वक्त गुजारना भी नहीं चाहिए एक साथ. But surprisingly, Sophie, we've been much better. We've been through a roller coaster of an existence together.
Yeah.
And I think now we're definitely riding the high because I think हमने अपनी जिंदगी में, at least married जिंदगी में जो experience करना था, we have the full kitty, the full मतलब film वाली कहानी बन गई है हमारी. But it's been a lot of fun actually, to be surprising. I think the key is in any relationship you also need to have your own space. So usually because if you're always stuck to each other, it sounds very nice and fairy tale like, yeah, you should always spend more time. There should be definitely time that you spend with your couple, or with your better half. But there needs to be moments where you have just to yourself. Because if you don't have that, you go mad. And
So
that's what
how are you
happens with me
managing that in
sometimes.
lockdown? क्योंकि मैं बहुत सारे हमें आते हैं ये सब लेटर्स और बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं कि हम लॉकडाउन में हैं और हम एक दूसरे से तंग आ चुके हैं और हमारे झगड़े हो रहे हैं तो हमेशा हर हफ्ते कोई ना कोई पूछता है कि how do we not fight? How do we keep things going and how do we stay positive and happy and what can we do for each other to get through this lockdown? So since you are married and
So
not in
we,
that situation,
yes, so yeah, I can give you some good advice for that. Or if you ever do decide to get married, or if you want to get married, that is, I leave that up to you
वो
totally.
अलग सवाल है.
But वो अलग सवाल है. But in this case, we actually, सच बताऊं, बहुत सालों के बाद we worked out together. There's actually a video that her and I made together where she's sitting on my back and I'm doing push-ups, and that was quite interesting for us. Obviously, Netflix. So I think हर एक couple Netflix देखता है. But the thing is, my wife is into वो. She likes seeing those period war dramas and all. मैं भी पसंद करता हूँ. But then the stuff that I like, she doesn't like it all.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, आज तुम्हारा दिन है, आज हम तुम्हारा देखेंगे. आज मेरा दिन है, आज मैं ये देखूंगा. But what I realized with you women is you always win. You always win in the end. So even if it's like आज तुम्हारा दिन है, कल भी तुम्हारा दिन है, परसों भी तुम्हारा दिन है. So then I realized just, yeah, Rose, exactly. So I've gotten to that point in life where you just accept it and just keep going. Watch whatever they want.
or then you like take your iPad in the other room and you get your headphones on and you're like, that's going on.
Exactly. I do that a lot. So इसी बहाने पे कि मैं अपने अलग कमरे में जाता हूँ and I do my riyaz in that room. And I always end up sneaking in a few episodes, so I always keep my iPad handy with me. कि कभी भी कुछ जो miss किया यो देखना चाहता हूँ, or I'll go into the living room and I'll watch it there. But then if I go in to watch it there, she'll come and say, "Why are you not watching this with me? I wanted to watch this too." I was like, "I asked you last night, और तू कह रही थी तुझे नहीं देखना, और अभी अचानक से तुझे देखना है."
Because
So
आपको
it's one of them.
देखते हुए तो फिर like आपने मुझे क्यों नहीं
बस
बताया?
बस
अचानक से मुझे ये
exactly.
शो बहुत पसंद आ गया है.
Yeah. जो चीज कल रात को मैं कह रही थी, no, this is so boring. All about sports, all about this. And आज, no, you want to watch things separately. I'm like, no. But then I realized again, the more you argue or the more you debate, I would say, not even argue, you're going to lose the debate. Because at some point in time, women always have the upper hand. And for any successful marriage or relationship, I will always tell the guys, just let them win. Just let them win. Let it go. Yeah, let it go. Just let them win. You want peace of mind, let them win. That's so key to it.
Normally, जब एक झगड़ा होता है तो आप घर से थोड़ी देर के लिए बाहर जा सकते हो. You can just say, I'm going to take a walk, I'm going to clear my head, I'm going to go for a drive, या मैं जिम होके आता हूँ, या मैं ये करता हूँ, or even for the girl. But right now in lockdown, ये सब चीजें नहीं होती. तो अगर आपको लगता है कि एक झगड़ा होने वाला है, आप कह रहे हो let it go, but sometimes it's not always easy to let it go. So what is your advice? Like, how do you, in a lockdown, like, just not let the argument get out of hand?
So what I think is, in that situation, I personally work better because I have an anger issue. I definitely think I'm a hot-headed man. So I realized in those moments, you're going to say things you regret. You might end up saying things that, and with me, it's like मेरे मुंह से कुछ निकलता है और 2 सेकंड के बाद I'm like, अरे यार, क्यों बोल दिया? So it's always one of those moments with me, But what I realized for me works best is get away from that situation, take a time out or a 10-minute break. But she's not like that. She's like, अभी तुमने कांड किया है, अभी बात करनी है, अभी solve करना है.
That's not
so
her.
I don't
That's
want,
every
why?
girl. That's every girl.
Every girl. Yeah. I realized.
Yeah.
But that's where the issue comes in. Now she's a little more understanding that, okay, we are now in that moment where we're going to have an argument. Let him go. Let him do his thing. Let him go watch an episode of some UFC fighting or something like that. Thanda ho jayega, वापस आएगा. And she knows. I'll always come back and I'll say, oh, baby, let it go. So then, and then that's what ends up happening with us.
Yeah. So the ideal situation is, कुछ कहने से पहले count to 5 and walk away. Walk away if you think it's going to come out.
Well, if you're if you're Punjabi like me, count to 11 or 12 because 5 से वो बात नहीं बनती तो 10-12 तक अगर गिनती चली जाती है, and then she's a सरदारनी on top of that. She's a सरदारनी, a जट्टी सरदारनी. So मतलब उनके तो हाथ से पहले ही तलवार निकल जाती है कि आजा तू. मैं हमसे कहा कि sorry. And then being a doctor, I'm always afraid. Listen, she might inject me somewhere, God forbid, and I'll be like, I'll turn into a puppet. What do you want? So, you got to be careful.
You're crazy. No, I'm sure it's perfect. अच्छा सुनो, जैसे कि मैंने कहा, हमें काफी सारे सवाल आते हैं. So let me find one that you can help me answer. Okay, this is quite funny. I don't even know if it applies to you, but you can help me with it. Hi, Sophie. I keep getting these strange recurring dreams about my ex-girlfriend during this lockdown period. She's asked me not to call or get in touch ever since we broke up, and I respect that. But why does she keep coming in my dreams, and how do I get her off my mind? इस बंदे को क्या बताएं?
Sophie, congratulations. आज आपकी वजह से मेरे घर में झगड़ा जरूर होगा because oh gosh. So how do I give this advice?
हमारी जिंदगी में तो नहीं हो रहा है ना, इसकी जिंदगी में हो रहा है. So from all the experience of relationships and everything, what do you want to tell the guy? Because मैं तो यही कहूँगी कि obviously please, जब उस लड़की ने कहा है not to get in touch, then please don't get in touch.
Yeah, because what ends up happening is, see, ये कोई भी डिनाई नहीं कर सकता कि अगर आप किसी के साथ आपने वक्त बिताया है, if you've had a long relationship with someone else, they're gonna pop up in your mind. No, everyone, unless it was a bad breakup or it was really bad, if you've had good moments with somebody, they are a part of your life existence. They will be a part of your memory in some way. So उनको दिमाग से निकालना is not possible. I would just say, अपनी बीवी को बताना नहीं, तेरे सपनों में जो होता है उसको नहीं पता चलेगा उसके बारे में. Because we cannot say, or I would give him advice, go watch a really scary film. So maybe you'll think about that ghost or whatever during your dreams, because those are the only two options. But if you have a dream like that of your ex-girlfriend, don't tell your wife. But having said that, Ruby, मुझे ex-girlfriends के सपने नहीं आते, कभी नहीं आते.
तो सपने में भी रूबी आती होगी, वो तो कभी नहीं होता होगा. But I have a feeling that so I think this guy is single, and I think I want to tell him, because I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like during this whole lockdown and this whole pandemic, apart from the physical fear, I think a lot of us are like mentally affected by what's happening. Yeah. We're all thrown off our routine, we're all anxious, we're all frustrated, and we're all vulnerable. और जब कोई vulnerable होता है, तो बहुत often वो अपने exes को याद करता है अगर वो इस वक्त single है.
Exactly. ये आपने बात बिल्कुल. I also believe like कुछ relationships. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, wait, one second. I think I just got a call. Just 1 second.
Got you. Did I lose you? Am I losing you? Yeah, got you. Yeah, got you.
I can't hear you for some reason.
Check.
What happened to this? Wait a second. Okay, wait, let me try this. Is it better now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Wait, okay, so let me connect the microphone again. Just 1 second. Sorry, guys. I apologize.
ये जो जुगाड़
Whenever I get a call,
सबको
it
करना
pulls it
पड़
off.
रहा है.
1 second, बस 1 second रुकना.
Guys, we're all working from home, so this is all new jugaad that we're all learning. So there's no choice. Don't worry, to whoever's watching this, Amit will be back in a second. He's just fixing it. Fingers crossed, Amit. Hopefully we haven't.
Are we good now?
Yes, you're good.
No, I can't hear you. Okay, wait. I'm going to speak. I'll speak into the normal mic because I had a separate. This isn't a mouse. It's a separate mic I had.
Please, ज़्यादा fancy मत बनो. बिल्कुल ठीक चल रहा है. Oh my God.
हाँ, तो मैं क्या कह रहा था?
हम कह रहे थे कि ऐसे वक्त पे लोग अक्सर अपने एक्सेस, खासतौर से अगर वो सिंगल हैं, अपने एक्सेस को याद करते हैं.
I agree with that. And साथ में I also feel like इस वक्त पे because हम travel नहीं कर पाते, दोस्तों को नहीं मिल पाते, तो I feel like everybody wants that level of companionship, and since you can't go and find it outside in new fashions or new tariqa जैसे मिलता है, whether you're going out or online or whatever it is, So you go back to what is more comfortable and what is useful, and someone that you may have had a relationship with.
Yeah.
So wo I think is very possible. I don't think it's and I don't even think it's wrong. Kabhi kabhi kya hota hai, we learn to outlive somebody during that moment in our lives, but it could be that at a later point in life we realize, because I've seen a lot of couples who've broken apart. It's, in my case, it happened with me as well. We got to the point after being married for 10 years, we separated, we filed for divorce, all of those things happened. But life had its own way of working its way back into our life. And I think now we're stronger than ever, which is a good thing, and I think that can also be the case with normal relationships as well. You might hate the person at the time, but ho sakta hai, kuch saal baad, kuch mahine baad, you feel like, no, that person was perfect for me, or at least perfect for me comparatively with all of the other people out there. There's nobody that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's someone that you can adjust with the best, is what I always believe is, the most important thing.
That's a great way to look at it. Yeah, there is no one perfect. And I know you've been married for a long time, but there's a lot of people out there who are single, like me, and many people who are watching. Don't
make me jealous. Don't make me jealous now.
Listen, the grass is always greener. I wish I was locked down with a loved one. So, I mean, you know how it is. But आपको क्या लगता है इस लॉकडाउन के बाद तो बहुत सारी चीजें बदलने वाली हैं हमारी जिंदगी, काम वगैरह. Do you think relationships and dating is going to change? I'm sure it's a while since you've been on a date because you've been married for a while. But what do you think? Like, relationships will change after this pandemic?
I think, I honestly think the influx of digital apps, digitally chatting with people, I think a lot of things are going to change. Obviously, work-wise, so there's going to be a massive difference that we're all going to have to face, especially guys like, people like us who perform live, who act as well. Although the acting, I think, will kind of start. I think it's going to be starting up by next month.
But the gigs will be harder.
Yeah, but musically, I've told myself that, listen, you are not going to make an income from a live event, at least this year, because I don't think it's going to be possible. I don't know. I could be wrong, but aisa lagta nahi hai. But I think as far as relationships go, yeah, Sophie, you got to have that physical interaction with somebody. The ability to, and I'm not trying to just say in that kind of a way. I mean, just when you're speaking to somebody, there's a certain communication that happens even by just holding someone's hand.
I agree with you.
There's a limit that you can have by just talking to somebody on a digital app. So I don't think that will really change. And zyada se zyada kya hoga, maskon ke saath, matlab, everyone goes a mask to mask kind of association.
Sanitizer to sanitizer.
Yeah. Like, wait, let me just clean my hands.
But I agree with you. There's nothing more important than a human touch and just being face to face with somebody. That's where it all
100%.
breaks down. Thank you so much, Amit. इतनी अच्छी advice दी आपने single लोगों के लिए, शादीशुदा लोगों के लिए.
I want to sing you guys a song before I go.
Please do.
And this is a song that I recently just I released about 2.5 weeks ago, and it's called Tu Mane Ya Na Mane. So this is for Sophie and for all 1,119 people that are there. Thank you all for joining us.
Ruby, I'm gonna pretend like he's serenading me. Please don't mind.
Ruby, Ruby, matlab Gana aapke liye bhi hai, but since I had this pretty young lady here as well, you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, guys will be guys. What will you do? Okay. मैनू तू ही जचिया हजारों में 100 बार दसिया इशारों में तेरे नाम लिख दी उम्र सारी इस लिख दे चाहे गुनाहों में तेरे लिए छड़ती सारी दुनिया तू चाहे माने ना माने हो तू माने या ना माने दिलदारा असा ते तेनू रब मनिया तू माने या ना माने दिलदारा असा ते तेनू रब मनिया दस और केड़ा रब दा दवारा है और केड़ा रब दा दवारा असा ते तेनू रब मनिया तू माने आना माने दिलदारा असा ते तेनू रब मनिया.
love it. मैं आपको एक टिप देना चाहती हूँ. अगर लगता है कि थोड़ा सा झगड़ा होने वाला है यार, बस ये गा दो. Like full heart melt right then and there.
Thank you so much, and I would look forward to meeting you once this lockdown is done.
For sure.
And as I always mention to everyone, us fellow NRIs in this country need to stick together.
I agree with you. Stay connected. Yeah. Lots of love, Amit. Love to the family.
God bless.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Well, that was the lovely Amit Tandon. Such nice advice he gave. जो शादीशुदा लड़के होते हैं उनकी advice ही अलग होती है. It's kind of interesting to me. And then we had the lovely, bubbly Amyra with her single thoughts and relationship, and it's really interesting. I hope you loved today's episode. I certainly did, of Love Lockdown. I hope आप लोगों को कुछ advice भी मिली हो, and I hope it helps you through your relationship issues. If you're having any during lockdown, and if you're lucky enough to be locked down with somebody special, then make the most of it. शायद ये वक्त दोबारा नहीं आएगा. Really get to know each other, make that time valuable. Hi Sohail Hussain, you're always there. It's nice to see you. शायरी सीखो मैडम. चलो अगले एपिसोड के लिए सीख लेंगे. In the meantime, to all of you, stay safe, stay well, and keep the love alive.